got Mr. Shaji Ul Mulk, the chairman of the T10 Global Sports, Mr. Mohan De Silva, Honorary Secretary of Sri Lanka Cricket, Mr. Ashley De Silva, Chief Executive Officer of SLC, and Mr. Rajiv Khanna, Chief Operating Officer of the T10 Global Sports. Gentlemen, as you know, this is a very unique partnership. This is the first time that a full member board is joining the pioneer of T10 cricket to get together and organize a league in a full member country, and it is an absolutely unique happening in Sri Lanka, and we are very proud and very pleased to have this media briefing to give you information about this very unique event. And without I talking much, may I please invite Mr. Mohan De Silva, the Secretary of Sri Lanka Cricket, who will now deliver the opening remarks. Mr. De Silva, you can speak from there if you like. If you wish to, you can sit there and speak, unless you want to come here. Okay, you can sit there.
Good evening, gentlemen. I don't see any ladies. President of Sri Lanka Cricket, Mr. Shammi Silva. Mr. Shaji Ul Mulk, Chairman, T10 Global Sports. Mr. Rajiv Khanna, Chief Operating Officer, T10 Global Sports. Mr. Ashley De Silva, Chief Executive Officer, Sri Lanka Cricket. And my dear journalist, print and electronic media. Let me at the outset extend a very warm and cordial welcome to all of you on behalf of our President, Mr. Shammi Silva, and the Executive Committee to this launching of the first T10 Lanka T10 League tournament, as mentioned by Roshan. Naturally, we are all excited about the prospect of introducing a new brand of cricket to our cricketing calendar, and we are grateful to our partners, T10 Sports Management FZZ in the UAE, and we welcome you very warmly, Mr. Shaji and Mr. Khanna, this evening. As you know, Sri Lanka has been pioneering the white ball cricket. If some of you remember, Sri Lanka was the first country that played T20 after England introduced this game. And I remember Chilau Marians, who won that tournament, were invited by the English Cricket Board to participate in their championship, and they became runners-up. Similarly, this is a unique day today as we launch this T10 tournament as a full member country of the ICC membership. As you all know, as I mentioned, this is a new brand of cricket. Even though this has not received international attention very much, this will provide the opportunity for our young cricketers to display their skills and talent, experience and exposure, and also provide excitement and entertainment to the cricketing fans and add value to our stakeholders. So, before I hand over to the compeer, let me thank the media for all the support you have extended to us and look forward to your continued support in the future. Suba Sandayavak සියලු දෙනාටම ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රිකට් පාලක මණ්ඩලයේ සභාපති ශම්මි සිල්වා මහතා ඇතුළු අද ප්‍රධාන සිටින ෂාජි උල් මල්ක් Chairman T10 Global Sports, සහ Rajiv Khanna, Chief Operating Officer T10 Global Sports, Ashley De Silva, සාදරයෙන් පිළිගන්නවා. රොෂාන් සඳහන් කළ පරිදි මේක ඉතාමත් වැදගත් අවස්ථාවක් අපිට. මොකද මේ T10 ලීග් එකක් පටන් ගන්න පළමු පාලක මණ්ඩලය හැටියට අපි ඉතාමත් සන්තෝෂ වෙනවා. අපි ඉතාමත් සන්තෝෂයි 10 Sports Management FSC කියන ආයතනයේ UAE සමග අත්වල් බැඳගෙන මේ තරඟාවලිය පැවැත්වීමට අපිට අවස්ථාව ලැබීම ගැන. මෙම තරඟාවලිය ලංකාවට ඇත්තටම මේ අලුත් දෙයක් වුණත් අපි විශ්වාස කරනවා මෙහි ප්‍රතිඵල අපිට හුඟක් නෙලා ගන්නට පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා, විශේෂයෙන්ම අපේ තරුණ ක්‍රීඩකයින්ට බොහෝ අවස්ථාවල් ලැබේවි ඔවුන්ගේ දක්ෂතා ක්‍රීඩිකාවන් T10 thank you for correcting me president අවස්ථාවල් ලැබෙයි ඔවුන්ගේ දක්ෂතා පාණ්ඩ ඒ වගේම ප්‍රේක්ෂකයින්ට මම හිතන්නේ හොඳ අවස්ථාවක් ලැබෙයි excitement and කියන්නේ entertaining cricket බලා ගැනීමට. ඉතින් වැඩිදුර කතා කරන්නේ නැතුව මම කැමති රොෂාන් ඔබට බාර දෙන්න. ස්තුතියි ඔබ සැමට.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mohan De Silva. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to introduce the man himself who actually introduced this version of the game, Mr. Shaji ul Mulk, who is also the T10 Global Sports Chairman. As you know, he's the pioneer of T10 cricket. When we had never heard of T10 cricket, we'd heard about T20, but we had not heard about T10. It's now time for him to talk about the evolution of T10 cricket and about his company's partnership with Sri Lanka Cricket, and let's also not forget the launching of the Lanka T10. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Shaji ul Mulk.
Thank you, Roshan. Mr. President, Mr. Shami Silva, Mr. Mohan De Silva, Honorary Secretary, Mr. Ashley De Silva, Chief Executive Officer, and my colleague Rajiv Khanna, CEO T10, and the members of the press. Thank you very much at the outset for attending in such good force and covering the event. As Mr. Mohan has rightly expressed, in many ways the Sri Lanka Cricket Board and Sri Lanka Cricket has been in the forefront of the evolution of the game. And even for the T10, even though we are in year 6 now, launched in 2017, the biggest challenge that we were faced when we wanted the format to be accepted by the International Cricket Committee, ICC, was how is this format which you're bringing is 10 overs, never played before, going to be accepted by the full member boards. And they had very stringent conditions initially. One was endorsements of at least 3 full member boards that they will actually release the players for the format. And more stringent was that was actual full member board to be sending a team, a non-commercial, even though it's a franchise cricket, non-commercial team of the full member board to be participating as a team in the league. So we are truly indebted to Sri Lanka Cricket, because in both the counts, when we wanted the endorsements, then 5 full member boards actually gave us. Sri Lanka was the first. So Sri Lanka board, the West Indies Cricket Board, the Afghanistan Cricket Board, Zimbabwe Cricket Board, and the Bangladesh Cricket Board, with the 5 boards which actually came up and said, yes, we endorse and we'll release the players. But the board which actually sent the team for us to get the first ICC sanctioning was the Sri Lanka board. Thank you. I thank the Sri Lanka board for that, and that's where the journey of the Sri Lanka, the T10 cricket actually started. The format is considered by many as the fastest growing format or cricketing property in the world. We've had multiple growth factors, last year being one of the highest growths of Abu Dhabi T10, and we had almost a 400% growth, touching 500 million viewership across the globe on the television, the OTT, the social media platforms, and everything else. Now, coming back to, again, Sri Lanka, as a full member board, SLC is taking the initiative to be adopting and accepting the T10 format. And we are now, for the first time, going to be doing a double event. So, encouraging the women's sport, this event will have a women's T10 and a men's T10 playing together in the same slot. So that itself is another unique innovation in the world of cricket, where women and men are going to be playing together. And even for the T10 itself, it's the first. Last 5 years that we've done in Abu Dhabi, we've only done men's. And it is the initiative of our president, Mr. Shami, who was very keen that the cricket should evolve more further and the women should also be given an opportunity. So for us, we are very excited with the women's T10 because we expect the Indian women players to also participate with rest of the world, the Australians, the English, the whole world. So this particular event now will have two, and it's a pretty exciting time for us because it's part of our vision to take T10 global. And like Mr. Mohan rightly said, the T20 has been a more popular format, but with this adoption of T10 in the full member boards, we can firmly say the T10 has now arrived. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Shaji. Now, gentlemen, it's your time where you could we open the floor for any questions, so we can have the Q&A. Yeah, I think if you want a mic, you could. Yeah, Damit Veerasinghe needs a mic. All right, Damit, you can start off.
I think I should ask this from Mr. Shaji. How many teams will be participating in this Lanka T10, and how many local players will be involved? Do you all have any details?
It's the league is designed for dominantly the Sri Lankan internationals and the local players to play, basically. So we have a limit of, I think, in a squad of 16 or about 6 internationals maximum, but rest will all be the locals, basically.
So it will be 4 players playing in the final 11.
Yeah, something like that, basically. But there's no limit to that only 4 will play. The whole 11 could be Sri Lankans. There's really no limitation. It's the franchise's decision. So maximum of 6 in the squad, but there's no limit to how many in the 11, basically.
And my first question was how many teams will be participating? Will it be a 5-team or a 6-team?
It's a 6-team event, basically.
Is that the 6 teams for the women's as well?
Yes. 4 teams for women and 6 for men.
Mohan, what is the time duration of this tournament?
12 days, Dhamiga.
12 days.
Yeah.
Starting on?
Starting in June.
June.
Yeah.
The venues are already confirmed or something?
From the
Sorry, go on.
from the Sri Lankan cricket point of view, what are the financial gains of giving the rights to the T10 Global Sports? Is there something which we can know?
I'll answer. Yeah, Damit, no, Sri Lanka cricket won't do anything without the financial gains, right? Even the T20 also, we did it because our earlier forecast was we were trying to do it from Sri Lanka cricket. When the Mr. Tilanga Sumutiwala was there, we had a initial research. We were losing every year, first 4 years, we were losing $4 million per year. So then we decided to give it, give it to somebody, and Sri Lanka cricket from the day one to make profit. So we are doing a business not to lose. This is like a business. We want to, Sri Lanka cricket want to make more money to develop the cricket.
So how many, how much are we talking about in terms
We
of...
will give it to you all the details. You ask us, we will give the details, everything. This is not the forum to tell that. Thanks.
Any more questions unless our eminent panel have explained every detail in their short speeches?
Could you name any of these teams that will be taking part? Could you name any of the teams that will be taking part?
It is like the T20, one extra team with the local, the cities' names only we are going to have it. Same way like the T20, so T10 also the same way we are doing it.
When you say T20, like the LPL?
Sorry?
Is it like the LPL?
LPL, yes.
Players, overseas players?
Yeah. So there are so many.
LPL, no?
It is like LPL. It's a T10 also now when Mr. Malik is having in Abu Dhabi. So all the overseas players are coming there. Like that, I think it will be better than Abu Dhabi one. We will, Sri Lanka T10 will be better, I think.
So just to give you a little brief, so we had about 1,600 registration for the Abu Dhabi T10 League recently, which we had a draft. So we expect this and even more for the Lanka T10. When you have a nation like UAE where we are having 1,600 registration of international players wanting to participate in the league, so we expect much more when a full nation country is hosting a T10 league, So our expectation is much more. And with some of the best players of the world playing.
සභාපතිතුමාට ප්‍රශ්නේ මේ T10 ලීගයේ ඇතුලේ ස්කූල් ලීවර්ස්ලාට chance එකක් තියෙනවද ඒගොල්ලන්ට perform කරන්න?
ඔව් ලංකාවේ ඉතින් අපේ top level එකේ ඉන්නවා නම් ස්කූල් ලීවර්ස්ලා වගේ නෙමෙයි ඉතින් ඕන එක්කෙනෙකුට මේකට chance එකක් තියෙනවා.
Are you trying to play this in one venue, men and women?
No. We might choose about 2 venues.
Outstation?
Yeah, must be, it could be Kandy and sometimes it could be Hambantota. They are looking at those 2.
Where is the draft going to be taking place?
That all details will be released soon, but as President and Chairman just said that we're going to start the league in June. So soon we'll come to you with the dates of all these other details, So not right now, but soon we'll have all these details.
Actually, do you have any plan, because T10 is not familiar with Sri Lanka cricket, do you have any plan to conduct a domestic level T10 tournament before this?
For the moment, we haven't planned out anything to play at the domestic level, but most of the countries doesn't play at the domestic level T10 tournament, so therefore it's not an international format. So therefore, we will not be having the domestic level tournament.
Actually, now, initially we had the August window for the LPL, but with this year, one will be playing in December for the third time.
The reason to play in the month of June is mainly due to the fact the LPL got postponed. Otherwise, it's been scheduled to play in December every year. So we have reserved that window for the next 4 to 5 years to play the T20 in December, T10 in December, and the LPL in August.
We can give you time for 2 or 3 more questions, please. If there are any questions, that is, or if you wish, we can wrap it up if you've satisfied yourself with whatever queries you would have had. Right, I think we can wrap it up, and if you could provide some photo opportunity, I do believe that we do have gentlemen from the photographic media who would want to take some pictures, so some photo opportunity would be appreciated. You could stand and maybe a shake of hands or maybe something like that. for the photographic media, if that's possible, please. Thank you very much.